Gary! Ask for police!
What?
Traffic.
You want to hold in the basement or what? Hands, motherfuckers! Hands, motherfuckers!
Go ahead, come in here. The back door's unlocked. This door unlocked. These drawers open right here. It is not normal.
This is Sarah Evans. She just found her good friend Benny King's body covered in blood inside his own home. The killer was nowhere to be seen, and every witness blamed somebody different.
All I know, he was a skinny guy, about 6 foot, 6'5", black.
With a young guy, he said with a young white guy.
Did you talk to that down there? She's been taking all his money.
Weeks later, another murder happened across town in exactly the same fashion. They now had a serial killer on their hands and had to find them before they killed again.
It was me.
It all started on April 8th when Akron police received this phone call.
Akron 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Oh my God.
Problem.
What's the problem here?
Ma'am, is he breathing?
No, not at the... Oh my God.
Police rushed to the scene. The ground floor had been ransacked, but it was the scene upstairs that terrified Sarah. Upstairs lay 69-year-old Benny King, stabbed 33 times.
Oh, where's his injuries at?
I don't know. I have not touched him. All I did was touch him to see if he was stiff, but he's stiff and cold. So we're calling it obvious. Yeah, I'm not gonna move him. We'll let the me. Okay.
Cops had no idea what happened to Benny, but as they explored the house, a clear picture emerged. His bed was soaked in blood, walls covered in it. Police believed Benny was attacked in his bedroom, then crawled into the hallway begging for his life, where the killer finished the job. Most cuts were to his head, neck, and upper body. Wounds on his hands showed he tried to fight back. Police don't know this yet, but in just a few weeks, this exact scene will be found across town in an identical murder. For now, what they found in the kitchen was even more bizarre.
Any ID or nothing? Can't find anything?
I didn't dig around too much there. I'm really not going to. Well, because the lady who called said that all of his cabinets in the kitchen are open, and she checks on them on a regular basis and she's like, I don't know why that would be like that. Like someone was listening and looking for something. Like all the cabinets here are open. I mean, who does this?
Oddly, nothing seemed displaced or stolen. Something very strange was going on. So cops turned to the person who discovered Benny's body, Sarah Evans, who had crucial information that would spiral this case into a complex mystery.
Was it the back door that you found open?
No, the front. When I come back to 11:30, this door was locked.
Okay.
And when I called you, when I come back up, the front door was unlocked.
Okay, so you were actually here this morning at 11:30, and you spoke to him then?
No, I didn't see him then. I thought he would lay down and take a nap from 3.
And then you came back a little bit after 1, and that's when you found the door open?
Yeah, it was unlocked.
Okay.
The back door is unlocked too.
1159.
Does he usually keep his doors locked?
Yeah.
23 Low Drive. Break.
So I said he locks it, he goes to take a nap, but as soon as he gets up in the morning, he unlocks it.
Was the dog out when you got here?
No, the dog was in the chair.
Okay.
In the chair when I come in the door. And that's why I knew when I seen him stand over the dog in the chair.
Mm-hmm.
Detectives asked Sarah if anyone had issues with Benny. She mentioned 2 brothers, Justin and Johnny, who often visited him. They had ongoing problems with Benny and were sometimes seen fighting. Their most recent argument ended with Benny chasing them off his property with a shotgun. Justin had drug problems and was always looking for fast money. Rumor was he'd stolen something from Benny and pawned it. The drug addiction, history of exploiting Benny, and the gun incident made police think they finally had their suspects. Then Sarah mentioned a suspicious vehicle spotted outside Benny's house right around the time of his death.
That was up through here earlier today, this morning I guess, and sped away and come back. I know it was earlier this morning, and come back and sped away again. He said it was a younger white guy driving.
Who said that?
A guy, I can't tell you because he's in trouble, he's got words.
Okay. Well, what's his warrants for?
I have no idea. So I'm just giving you the information I was given.
How's it going, brother?
I was out here on my friend's porch and I saw this goldish, older style Hummer, big body Hummer, speed away from over here. I didn't hear no noises like gunshots or anything.
Okay.
But
How about what time was that?
10:30, 11ish.
I was up here.
Maybe 12.
I come up here.
No, it had to be like.
I was up here at 11:30.
Okay, it had to be about 10:30 or something.
Okay, so between 10:30 and
Because
11.
then I heard her screaming about something, then all this happened.
Okay.
Then she discovered that. I've not seen that vehicle.
You've never seen that car around here or nothing? Did you happen to see who was driving?
A white male.
Okay.
Blondish, short hair, like kind of crew cut like yours.
Okay.
I would say anywhere from his mid-20s to early 30s. He sped around the corner so fast his tires were squealing.
Okay.
What the hell?
If the car showed up around 12 that night, that's right between Sarah's 2 visits to Benny's house, the exact window when Benny was murdered, and with how the car was allegedly driving, it seemed this Hummer had something to do with Benny's murder. They just needed to figure out who was inside. Conveniently, a neighbor overheard and told police he knows a man in the neighborhood who drives a Hummer exactly like that. Unfortunately, he only knows the guy's nickname, Jaybird.
You're just assuming Jaybird being connected to a Hummer.
Correct.
You don't know.
Right, and I don't have any personal knowledge about that, but I know that I've seen him many times with
a Hummer?
Yeah, Hummer.
What color?
Roughly that color. It's like a dusty gold like that.
So you've seen Jaybird driving this goldish Hummer?
Before, yeah.
Okay.
Jaybird sounded like a prime suspect, but nobody could tell them his real name. But before they figured it out, they were confronted with a 4th suspect, the last person anyone expected. This is Benny's daughter, Patricia. As soon as she showed up, she seemed to already know who the killer was.
This is his daughter. I let him know, obviously, that he passed away. But,
Did you talk to bitch down there? Let me say this friendly. That lady down there has been paying his bills. And she's been taking all his money and not paying on his bills. So the gas bill I have not yet paid.
We don't have a bill.
So I don't have a bill to say because she's not giving him the bills. She's keeping them. She is writing on the receipts what she is supposed to have paid versus what she really paid. And this has been going on for over 3 months. So she's been ripping off for 3 months. He's never had a bill that he never paid in full until this lady down the street decided that she was going to help him. She took upon herself to help him.
There we go.
And that's her way to get her drug fix, is by taking his money.
She's talking about Sarah. Since Sarah took over paying Benny's bills, they'd all been late or underpaid. Patricia was certain Sarah had been stealing money from Benny, and she thought Sarah might have stolen even more.
And his money better still be in there because I know exactly where it's at. It's in a cabinet in this kitchen and a coffee jug. I can come?
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, the body's not in there no more.
I'll be right back out with you.
Like this.
Was it in there?
No, it was in a container like this. Yep. It was in here. So whoever did this knows exactly where he hid his money. And she's one, and Johnny, those are the 2 that come down here. Those 2 are the suspects. I'm telling you, there's nobody else. Them 2.
They discovered that Justin, one of the suspected brothers, had a nickname, Jaybird. The money, the gun, the drugs, the Hummer, everything was lining up. He could definitely be their killer. So they interviewed his brother Johnny first to gather information before questioning Justin.
Oh, hell, probably afternoon. I took my dog over there so he could see him. Me and my wife did. I had her take dog around back. Then I brought the dog in for a couple minutes so he could pet it. He got pissed off about something, so we left.
What did he get pissed off about?
He did.
What did he get pissed? What was he pissed
about? Because that little
about?
dog he's got, he don't like no other dogs. You know what I mean? being around his little dog because he's afraid the dog's going to eat him.
Do you go over and see him quite often?
Yep, sure do. Go over and drink a beer with him just about every day.
So you last saw him yesterday about 7:30 in the evening? Or?
Yeah, what's this all about?
He's dead.
You got to be kidding me, dude.
No, I'm not.
Oh my God. I got to go down there, dude.
Usually Johnny and Justin would visit Benny every morning around sunset, had been for 3 years since his wife passed. Johnny can't think of a reason for Justin to be there so early, especially alone, without telling him. Johnny even provided extra details about their recent disagreement, proving to cops just how heated it had gotten.
He told him, look, get away from my house, don't you ever come back again. He said, I've loaned you money 4 or 5 times on this bull junk stuff that you bring me. I'm on a fixed income here. I can't just keep giving.
He physically pushed him?
Oh yeah.
By this point, cops had heard all they needed. 19 hours later, they tracked down Justin and brought him in for interrogation.
Hey, Justin. You are arrested for those warrants we talked about. You got 4 warrants on you. How do you know him? What is your relationship with him? Can you kind of take us through that?
My brother, he was more or less like a stepfather, pretty much.
How so?
Shook a stick and give me $1 or a cigarette or something to eat, or you know what I mean. I lived next door to him there for 4 or 5 months. Even I had a warrant, which I went and did my time and got it all taken care of. You know what I mean. If you're asking, did I kill him? No, I did not.
Justin was banned from the house, and there was an argument over money, but he didn't seem to hold it against Benny. Detectives found this strange. All signs pointed to Justin being the killer, but now he seemed to have no issues with Benny at all. Still, they had their main evidence. He was seen at Benny's house the morning of the murder. That had to mean he was lying, right?
You drove or used to drive a Hummer?
Hummer?
You ever drive a Hummer in the neighborhood? No. Did you ever work on a Hummer?
Never had. No, I always had that fucking Hummer.
You know anybody that?
No.
Cops were starting to realize Sarah wasn't the wonderful, trusted community member they'd assumed. Now 3 people claimed she was exploiting Benny's trust to steal his money, all saying she could be the killer. Worse, she's the only person left who knew about his money stash in the coffee can. Things were getting complex. Cops had worked tirelessly for days. The longer this went on, the longer the killer was loose and the higher the chances they'd kill again. So 6 days after Benny's murder, detectives brought Sarah in for an interview. It was imperative they either catch the killer now or get new information leading to them. If not, they'd have no suspects, no leads, and a murderer at large.
We know that you called 911. We got the recording, so we can listen to that. We understand that you would pay his bills. Tell us about that.
Well, that's where we had a dispute. I went to pay his bill. One time I paid $40 on it. I needed to borrow that. He said, go ahead. Did not remember. I paid him back his $40. That's why I was still wrong.
That was, you weren't there.
That we made up, yeah.
Sarah said all she took from Benny was $40 and she paid it back. It had just been blown out of proportion since she couldn't contact Patricia and Johnny to clear her name. It's suspicious, but detectives won't get more from her on this, so they ask background questions. Usually these don't solve the case, but this time, one question provoked an answer that seriously piqued their interest.
There's a lady there that was smoking. She had like salt, pepper hair, long hair. That's not your, let me ask you this, it's not your daughter that she's not.
It's my daughter, yeah.
Yeah, that's your daughter? She doesn't live there with you? Do you have any other children?
Yeah.
Did any of them live with you?
The audio is censored here, but Sarah tells cops about her other kid, a boy named Jason, who just got out of prison.
Wherever. He's got out of prison and stuff, so.
When did he get out of prison?
That's that number.
What was he in jail for?
Robbery.
Would your son be capable of something like this?
Oh God, I pray not. No. I pray not.
An inmate from Jason's prison contacted police after hearing about the crime, claiming he knew who the perpetrator was and promised to reveal it in an interview.
So I'm told, you told one of the deputies, you got some information about a homicide?
That's about the old guy that got stabbed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, his mother found the body, and then I heard him and his mom arguing over the phone. Bob, he wasn't supposed to go that far. Because she always going over the house cleaning up when she been doing that for years.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody in the neighborhood know they did it, just nobody ain't speaking on it. Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
Police initiated a welfare check on George's father, Gary Ballas. They arrived, knocked on the front door, and after no response, forced entry through a side door.
Gary! Akron Police! Gary, it's Akron Police! Gary!
On Thursday, May 21st, Gary Ballas was found dead. He'd been dead for days. Given the abundance of stab wounds, it was ruled a homicide. Investigation turned up very little, except that Gary's car was missing from the driveway, so they talked to his neighbors to see if they knew anything.
Akron Police! Just wonder if I could talk to you a couple seconds about your neighbor behind you. When's the last time you saw him?
Police go?
Was anybody there with him?
He came over here.
Oh yeah?
Knocked on the door.
What did he say?
He came over to pick flowers out of the yard.
Purple ones?
Lilacs.
Did he have anybody with him when he was there?
He came over here by himself.
Did he have that car there Tuesday?
I don't remember. I was over here.
Right. Do you remember? Do you know what kind of car it is?
Blue station wagon.
Like a Subaru?
Yeah.
Anybody else live here that might have seen him?
My kids
Hey, what's
live
up?
here with me.
Have you seen your neighbor lately?
Gary?
Yeah.
No, last time I saw him was like 3-4 days ago.
The car was there when she took the flowers over, or do you remember?
The car hasn't been there for over a week.
A week? You want to step out here for 1 second? So Gary is deceased. It's looking suspicious, that's why I'm asking you these questions. He hasn't mentioned anybody, you haven't seen anybody, you haven't heard any fighting, so...
Alright.
Obviously then maybe it was somebody that's come here before.
Soon cops pieced together what happened. Gary was never in that car with the other man. When his car pulled out of his driveway for the last time, Gary was already dead. At least they had a description of who they thought the murderer was. Even better, shortly after, they got word his car had been seen at a gas station on surveillance. Unfortunately, camera quality was too poor to make out his identity, but at least cops now knew if they found that car, they'd find the man who killed Gary, and someone had already done that for them.
Jason came over Sunday morning. He was going to help me work on the house I'm working on.
Do you know Jason's last name?
Shockley, or I don't even know how to pronounce it, something like that. Anyway, he came over, but I had to go to Harbor Freight because I needed a grinder. And so I told him, I said, I got to go to Harbor Freight. He said, oh, I'll take you. And I said, wait a minute, Jason. I said, I'm not getting in no hot car. I said, is that car hot? He said, no, the car's not hot. Uncle Willie, no, I wouldn't do you like that. The car's not hot.
The car this man's talking about is Gary's Subaru. But more importantly, he just mentioned the name of the man they believe killed Benny, Jason Shockley. This was a shocking breakthrough in both cases. Not only had they essentially solved Gary's murder, but now they were hot on Jason's tail with more evidence than ever. Back on scene, they'd also noticed Gary's credit cards had been stolen, and this witness's story lined up perfectly with that too.
He said, my friend let me use it. He went to Florida. He gave me a credit card, told me to keep gas in it, and I can buy cigarettes and buy me something to eat if I need it. I was kind of like not believing him, but he said, no, Willie, I swear.
It seemed too good to be true. So detectives asked the witness to pick Jason out of a photo lineup. He pointed straight at him instantly. Jason was now the suspect of a double homicide. 2 citywide investigations had converged into one. Every officer and detective knew they couldn't let Jason take another life. They had to act fast and hunt him down. Then police received one final phone call from Sarah Evans, Jason's mother. Knowing how dangerous he could be, she decided to give up her own son and told police the address of his safe house.
No, he's white too. This dude's black.
What's the vacant on this one? Which house is it? It's the second one. The one on the right, 1887. Is there a way to get back there?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Watch that.
Watch that, please. Officer, give that shit signal that traffic.
The house was abandoned, boarded up and dirty. It was unclear if anyone was inside, but cops had to be vigilant. Jason could be armed.
You want to hold in the basement and we'll go up?
Just as they'd hoped, Jason was found lying amongst rubble and trash on the second floor, trying to hide. He put up no resistance. A quick sweep confirmed he was alone. Amongst the trash, officers found multiple knives and a credit card belonging to Gary Ballas. After 6 weeks of investigations, they'd finally caught him. He was taken into the back of a patrol car.
How do you know Gary Ballas?
I knew that Gary, like I said, my cousin lived next door, but my mom used to go over and help him out a lot. He gets to telling me about how he hates Donald Trump and everything.
Yeah, he's a Bernie supporter.
Man.
Yeah.
Hey, he's out there. He's a trip.
Yeah.
I asked him, you know, if there'd be a possibility if he can lend me his car so I was able to get to work and stuff.
Okay.
You know, he was iffy on it for a second, you know what I mean? Because he doesn't like people using his car and stuff.
Right.
He was like, I'm gonna be happy. He was like, I want to see you succeed. He said, I want to see you do like, you know, I just got out of prison.
So how long have you had the car for?
I've had his car for a few days.
How long do you think you've known him for?
I've known Gary for almost 9 years.
Oh, wow. So you had a long relationship.
I've stayed a night or two at his house before.
So you've been in the house before and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything up to this point is mostly the truth. He did know Gary and had spent time with him recently, but remember, he was found with Gary's stolen credit cards in his stolen car just days after Gary was murdered. This is shaping up to be a textbook interrogation where detectives will catch him in lies to extract the truth, and they're about to start that process immediately.
Jason, tell me what happened, man.
What do you mean, tell you what happened?
I have people that are in the area that see you and him together. He's been deceased since about the same time you seen him. You got his card and his credit cards.
Okay.
Tell me what happened.
I told you, he lends me his car for work.
Why is his neighbors and his son and everybody else saying that he will not lend his car to you? Everybody's told me that.
And that's what they're afraid of. Look, all I did was knock on the outer door.
You can smell it from the sidewalk.
He's claiming Gary lent him his car for work and he used the credit cards left in the car to buy cigarettes. But cops don't believe him. This entire questioning about Gary is more of a formality. They have much more evidence about this crime than Benny's. Their plan, get him to confess to Gary's murder so confessing to Benny's won't seem like such a big deal. It's a clever strategy, but it won't work if Jason simply refuses to admit anything.
Wouldn't you agree with us that it's kind of weird that you're the last person that
Yes.
seen with him?
Yes, I find that weird. I see where you guys stand with it. But at the same time, I'm not no dude. That's not that I do, man.
Well, sometimes people don't plan it. Sometimes people get in arguments and think they're a little too far.
No. Anybody that knows me will tell you, that's not what I do. So what, I smoke some crack. I've been smoking since I was 10 years old. But you know what I do, some stupid shit like that.
Oh, if you were a jury and you heard your story about a man who loaned you his car, who has been known not to loan his car to anybody, his family says, his neighbor says so, because if you don't help yourself, this can end up really bad for you.
Jason thinks that audio recorder is the only thing recording what he's saying. Somehow he doesn't realize the camera in the corner also has a microphone. So now that the audio recorder's off, he thinks he's free to say whatever he wants.
He's over there drinking water and stuff, just talking bullshit. I guess my mom had borrowed $20 from him. You know, he was telling me about it and stuff, and then I could be, with myself. I'm very protective.
Okay.
I love my mom. And he got me talking real crazy about my eyes, please stop. So I'm like, I gotta go. I get up and leave, and he throws his cup at me, and had wine, and then he threw it at me. Picked up his knife, I pushed him down, he dropped the knife, and I took the knife.
Where'd you push that knife?
Back into his chair. He said, I'll shoot you. And when he went to reach, I was like,
Jason stuck to his story, but investigators weren't buying it. They believed he murdered Benny after being caught stealing his coffee can of cash. As for Gary, it wasn't self-defense. Jason killed him in a rage after Gary refused to lend him the car, then stole his credit cards and fled. These are the theories the prosecution presented to the jury, and as expected, they believed them. Only one person was charged in the murders of Benny King and Gary Ballas. Justin, Johnny, and Sarah were all ruled innocent, but Jason wasn't so lucky. In 2022, he was convicted of both murders and sentenced to life in prison.